Simone, how does it feel to have managed the fairy tale ending here in your final season?
It feels amazing, and we just had a moment then just sitting just with the team, because that's often there's only that little bit of time that you just sit there quietly together, and it's just incredible. I still sort of can't believe that we did it.
Me either.
But I'm just extremely proud of the team and the girls, the way they attacked the game today, and the way they played.
Take us back to midway through the season. You know, there was a clear turning point for you in the way that the team were managing to perform. What do you put that down to? What do you think that turning point was?
I think, and I spoke about it yesterday, I think it was the fact that the announcement that I was finishing, and we'd spoke during the week with the group, but I think once that was out there, done, it just allowed us, I think, to move on somewhat. And for me, I felt it was my fault. Not my fault, but no, I don't mean my fault, but I felt that, when we talk about early in the season being flat and lifeless, but I felt like that was a reflection of how I was feeling. And so I think once we spoke as a group about what was happening, and then, I had their support, and they had my back, and we had each other's back, and it was just, all right, let's go.
Is that what you felt as well, Kate?
Oh, I don't think that it was Simone that she just said she felt like it was her, but I think it was all of us. I think it was just something that we knew that was sitting there in the background, and maybe without speaking about it, maybe it did play a part. But I think after that Lightning game, we sat down. Obviously, Simone had announced during the week, but I think as a group we became more vulnerable and more honest and open with each other, and I felt like as a whole entire group we could really move forward, and our second half of the year was pretty good, and I still doesn't really feel like it's happened, but just wrapped.
And the game today, sorry, Ben.
What does it mean to you to be able to deliver this for Simone?
It means everything.
It makes me
We've sort of
comfortable.
No, it does. But Simone and I have been through the highest of highs and the lowest of lows, and she's given everything she possibly could to our club and to me and to every athlete that came through this door. And to be able to send her off like this, I know, we'll miss her. Our club will be different without her, but she will leave a legacy that lives on forever and ever at our club, and I'm so grateful that I got to play underneath Simone.
You talk about that legacy. What do you think is part of that legacy?
What is part of that? Simone, I say it often, but she comes into training, and from her very first day to her last day, which is, I don't know when that is, but she came in and she's driven standards. She demands a lot of her players, but we have so much respect and love for her. She will absolutely back you to the ends of the earth when you play underneath her. And as I said on stage, she's taken us to 5 grand finals and now 3 premierships, and that's a pretty amazing legacy to leave behind.
In the game today, coming in, you obviously had a lot of belief off the performance from the preliminary final. What did the week look like, and heading into the match today with the game plan?
We had one training session because it was a shorter week for us, and we had the captain's run here. So we had Wednesday. I actually was a little bit worried because there was a fair bit that went on Wednesday, because that was our one session, like that this is what we're doing and this is how we're doing it, and working through stuff. And I did leave that session a little bit worried because I thought there was quite a lot of information. But what I love about the group is they go and digest it and process it in their own way. And then yesterday when we had a meeting around the captain's run here, it's like, where are you at? Are you prepared? Are you clear? And they're like, yeah. And then that one would say, we're doing this, yep. And go, okay, yep, I know what they're doing. And so I knew that they knew what they were doing. They knew that they felt prepared and they had clarity around it. And I knew that they could do it. And ultimately they believed that they could do it as well. I knew that today.
thought the defenders really stood up from the very first whistle today and set that standard. Rudy Ellis, Joe Weston, absolutely outstanding. Do you think that was where the game kind of started and you managed to start winning back some of that ball?
I think, yes, I thought Rudy and Joe were outstanding, but I also thought the work of Keddy, Kate, and even Kip and Zara or Hannah across that transverse, that was the key for us. And I thought that there was so much. Sometimes at different times in the game, I was just watching, and I was just like, wow, that's really good, because you could see the pressure, and that was one of the objectives, is just put them under pressure.
Were there any key moments that really stood out for you, Kate, that were moments where you felt like you wrestled back momentum, or that you really felt like you managed to get on top?
Yeah, it's a hard one to pick out one moment, but I feel like we probably had the momentum for the majority of the game. I thought we led from the first quarter, and they did fight back in that last quarter, but we were able to keep our lead, and we've played in those circumstances over the last 2 weeks, and we had that belief that we could do it. So super proud of the girls and what they put out there today.
Zara is probably your least experienced team member, and she had an exceptional game, and I was really proud of what she did.
Sorry, what was the last bit?
Zara was exceptional
Oh,
tonight.
that's Zara. She's when she came into the team last year, that was Zara. She got on court and she just did her thing. She had a composure and about her that was beyond her years and her experience, and she's been really good across this season. So, and I know Kate's been a great support there, but you look at that, long term, and you look at that, a Hannah and a Zara, what they have to offer long term is incredible. She was great. She set us up in that game today.
Simone, you're going to leave your job as a premiership coach. Would you like to coach again in Super Netball? Do you still think you've got more to give?
No, I do, and I do, but I don't know. But I'm looking forward to the break, and I'll have a break. What it looks like post that, I don't know, and I'm open to having a rest. That's it. But it's not like don't want to coach and I've had enough. But I have a break, and I think if opportunities are there, I am a coach. That's what I do. That's what I love, and I'm sure. I don't know. Maybe I won't miss it. Maybe I'll enjoy having a life again. And
Any club would be lucky to have her.
Yeah, but I think I am looking forward to being unemployed. So, you know what I mean? I am looking forward to it. I actually am. No, I will be by the ball.
What would it be like, Kate, lining up in a team facing Simone
Yeah.
as an opposition player?
I can't even really think about that too much, but as I said, she's an amazing coach. She's got so much to give to our game, and any club would be extremely lucky to have her. It would be funny though, looking at you. What would you do to me?
Will you still be playing?
Yeah, true. Oh, true, fair. How long are you having off?
Oh,
I'll have to wait and see.
Okay, you guys look really comfortable right from the start. I could see you smiling and laughing almost.
Yeah.
You didn't seem to really look like you're under pressure. Is that because of your recent, you played semi-finals, and whereas the Fever haven't really had that experience?
Yeah, I guess we did. We wanted to, I think since round 6, we wanted to embrace everything. We wanted to enjoy it. We wanted to have fun. We've had some great finals over the last couple of weeks that have given us a real belief, but we came in as an underdog today, and we knew we just had to throw everything at that contest. But, we learnt from our experiences last year too. We got so close, and you walk out on court with a group of girls who have been there and they've done it, and I just thought we were so composed from the start, and I thought that was great.
And how hard was it to embrace that underdog tag when, you've lost 2 grand finals heading into today? Was there that sort of in the back of your mind, like, I don't want to lose it third?
Oh, you don't think that far ahead. I was sort of saying, like, it's finding the balance between really embracing the week and how excited Melbourne was to have us here, but also being able to switch off, and you learn that over the years how to do that, and I think that's something that's really helped us. It was like we had to celebrate the win that we had last Sunday because that was amazing, but then we had to move on quick and we had to look at Fever, and I said it out there, but we knew we had to play our best netball if we were going to beat them because they are an incredibly good team, and we knew it was going to be tough, but the girls threw everything at it.
Do you get let's go to the pub printed somewhere? That one moment
Yeah.
really defined your season, didn't it?
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
No, well, I think it was just it was just that, you know, it's not that serious.
Yeah.
Like, I just remember sitting there that day saying, oh, yeah, we're lifeless, and I'm just hearing myself and thinking, oh, hang on.
You haven't lived it down as
No, I
well.
know.
But for us, that was a moment of going, hey, we need to enjoy this. We need to connect off the court. And I thought it was a real, we went away and we did that from that moment.
You went to the pub?
Well, we went and did a session
She did
together
go
as
back
a
into
group.
the change. Simone says we can go to
The
the
pub.
pub.
But it's a comment that Simone
Yeah.
said over the years plenty of times, and it's not necessarily about going to the pub, but we knew exactly what that meant, and we did go and do a team bonding session. We headed to the pub, we had our Coke Zeros and we watched the State of Origin, but it was, you know, it wasn't about the pub, but it was about spending some time together off the court, remembering why we do this, because we love netball, we love hanging out with our friends, and I think it was good. We'll go to the pub now.
What pub are you going to?
Oh, we can't tell you that. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.